the conversation about your doctorate because people can't find your dissertation online.
Mm-hmm.
How are you responding to that in this new era of your life?
I'm going to clear it up once on here. I'm not doing it again. And I'm clearing it up for my doc squad, for my fan base, for my audience who deserve to hear me address it. For the folks who have already made up their mind to not like me or not understand me, listen, I don't give a fuck what your narrative is. I would like for you to recreate it, double down on it, and run that shit. Because I don't give a fuck about it. Now, to my doc squad, my fan base, my folks, you know, my village, it's very simple. I went to a school, Argosy University, completed an entire program. I went back online to get my official transcripts because I was applying to a law school many years ago to be a professor there. And I had to provide my transcripts, right, to get hired. And I went to contact the school and say, hey, I need my official transcripts. I need my entire thing. And there was no school. I was like, okay, I'm confused. I Google. It says this school has been shut down.
Argosy University abruptly shut down in March 2019, primarily due to severe financial mismanagement and the misuse of over $13 million in federal student financial aid. Damn. The U.S. Department of Education revoked its federal funding, triggering an insolvency crisis that forced its immediate closure.
Oh, well, they got to have records. I mean, they were accredited when I attended the school. They were accredited when I finished the program. I go and look, there is a third party that has the records. Why I contact the third party, that third party only holds records for 2 years. I was past my 2 years. So that means that I had no access to records. And then I contact.
That's pretty strange because usually once you graduate college, even if the college has closed, you can go to the Department of Higher Education and get your records there. So I don't know if Argosy may be different. I don't know, but out the gate, something seems off there.
Then I contacted, financial aid. You can't make up financial aid. It shows that I paid for a doctoral program alongside my master's program and my undergrad program.
Just because you paid for courses doesn't mean you completed the courses, but
And they said, we can fully refund you your money under one circumstance. We give you your money back. You don't get credit for not a class, a course, a program you took in this university, at this institute. So do you want us to refund you? Or do you want us not? I said no, because I didn't want to risk the chance of them saying, well, we're going to give you back your money, and it wipes out your entire program. Luckily,
never in my entire life have I ever heard of a college taking your degree back and then also refunding your money. Hell, I'll go ahead and do that now. Shit, I already got the job I wanted. You can go ahead, take the degree at this point and give me my money back. Because, man, I paid thousands to get my degree. So I would do that in a heartbeat. It's not like they're going to go back and double check to make sure that I still have the degree. Come on, bro. Like, nothing of what she's saying is making sense.
I had, I do this with all of the schools. I had downloaded from the actual student portal my transcripts at that time. And I was able to get just about all of my transcripts, including up to like dissertation. But everything else, there's just no holding take for any of our records, which I think is completely effed up. Just in general.
They are going to kill you online this week. They're going to say she has no records. They just want to hate you regardless.
Yes, they are definitely going to kill her. How in the world do you not have a copy of your dissertation? I have a copy of this college project that I did. It was one of the biggest projects I ever did. It was like 60 pages. I know it is useless to me now. It means nothing now. But because I put so much hard work into it, because I spent so many hours on it, I still kept it. I didn't have it in me to just delete it after all that hard work. And you're trying to tell me that she doesn't have her dissertation? You're talking about something like 200, 300 pages, months and months of work hours, sleepless nights, and you don't have a copy of that anywhere? Come on now.
No, that's fine. And it's not even that there's no records that I don't. The school had a third party that carried the records only for a limit of 2 years. So it's not me, it's any student that attended Argosy. But again, it doesn't, how can I say it? It doesn't affect me because if I chose to go get a license as an LMFT, I have my master's in marriage, family, child therapist. I have my hours. I can just take that and say, hey, let me submit these for licensure. And I want to go sit for my exam and I'll have to do a study. I don't need a doctorate in counseling psychology to go get licensed as a therapist.
You know what I just realized? This woman got a chain on that says doc. Brother, the audacity, bro. She is a trip.
That's what we're all missing.
They say the reason that you don't get questioned or tested as much is because of your quote unquote looks.
I said this last time I was on. You might be my alter ego brother, because some of the stuff you say is just right up the alley of what needs to be addressed. So there's pretty privilege, and I've learned that there's pretty punishment. And I didn't really understand that term until I got into my field. And I want to say this: I've been in my field for 18 years. I didn't get into this field to become famous, to become a celebrity. I got in this field because I was a little girl from the inner city who was tenacious and determined to make it out. Mm-hmm. And I had a lot of broken pieces and abandonment. And when God provided me tools that helped me take my broken pieces and make peace from it, go from my wilderness into my promised land, which I talk about in my book, Live Your Promise, I thought, wait a minute, I got to make sure I give everybody I come in contact with these principles, because everyone deserves that freedom and that healing that I'm experiencing, what I call God's peace. All right.
She didn't really address what he was talking about, but no one's trying to hear about your struggles being pretty. That's like listening to a rich person talk about how hard they got it. And listen, I understand that people everywhere, rich, poor, pretty, ugly, we all have our own individual issues. But let's be real. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit.
Right. And so with that, people got a whiff of it. And, you know, the fan base, the folks made me famous, made me a celebrity. I did not grow up and say, hey, I want to just, listen, I'm a good looking woman. I've had access to the industry for my entire life. If I wanted to be famous, I would have went maybe the actress route or the modeling route. Easy call for me. So none of that. No one goes to college and gets multiple degrees to say, I want to be famous. Now, do I love it here? Yeah, I love it.
Hold on, bro. First, she was talking about how being pretty comes with all these struggles. And then now in the same breath, you want to talk about how being pretty makes it so you can easily get a job as an actor or a model. First of all, being an actor and a model is so much more than just having a pretty face. And if she really had those avenues available to her, she would have went down that path 20 years ago. Cheyenne Bryant is just now getting popping. This woman is, 40 something years old. She would have, if she had it so easy to become an actor or a model, she would have took that route years ago. So I'm calling cap. Straight cap.
Some people are like, well, how can she tell me about my marriage when she hasn't been married? Or how can she tell me about my family or my kids when she hasn't been through that? Even though you studied it and you got your degree in it. So what do you say to those people?
So you just gonna cook the whole interview? Just gonna cook all your questions gonna be?
Because you know what? Because
I'll be honest, just tell them that we talked about this pre.
I know, but what I say was like, and I looked. It wasn't like 2 years ago. This is like a week ago. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, y'all trying to stomp out the Cheyenne Bryant like my Knicks did the Philly Sixers.
Your question was, what do I think about people who say I'm not married, so how can I teach folks? Correct. So this is the thing, I do not teach people how to be married. Marriage is between you and your partner. That's your agreement. That's your covenant. And however you two decide to create and curate your marriage, I can't teach you that. What I teach people is how to get out of their own way, because happy, healed people make happy, healed marriages. Miserable, unhappy people create miserable marriages. Traumatized out folks create trauma bonds. Healed people create healed bonds. I teach you, Envy, how do you process through your trauma so you don't bleed on your wife? I teach you, Lauren, how do you get out of your daddy issues? Not saying you have them, your daddy issues, your parental issues. Okay, well, I'm on point today. Out of your daddy issues, right? So that you don't point and project your pain onto this man who is loving the hell out of you and doesn't deserve that. If I could teach you how to heal those and how to get out of your way with that, then I have helped you become a better woman for yourself, which in return is going to do what? Benefit the collective of that marriage. No one can teach people how to be married. We teach you how to get out of your own way so you and your partner can be healthy.
So this part right here, I actually don't disagree with her. You don't have to be married to give good marriage advice. Some of the best coaches in the NFL never even played professional football. And in that same vein, you don't have to have kids to give good parental advice. So I don't think people care about the fact that she's out here giving out marriage advice. The problem is she's giving out marriage advice under the guise of being a psychologist when you're not. So that's the issue there. So a lot of people on the internet had things to say about this. So let's go ahead and check what they had to say.
It has the records. Why contact the third party? That third party only holds records for 2 years.
Huh?
I
received my master's in community counseling from Argosy University in 2014. So it is true, Argosy did shut down in 2018, and it really sucks for people that hadn't graduated yet because the school just shut down and there were people in the middle of degree programs. I graduated in 2014, so my degree was already done. I had already received it. And for people that are wondering, the counseling program through Argosy was KCREP accredited. KCREP accreditation matters if you're going towards licensure. I didn't really go the traditional route for getting licensed immediately after getting my degree. I took a long break, long story with that. But in 2022, I needed my transcript in order to submit to the Virginia board so I could begin my supervision. And I was able to easily access that. I have proof. Here's the email that I got in December 2022 with Parchment telling me that they sent over my requested document, which was my transcript. And I was curious if I could still access Parchment now and still get things. And yes, I can still get a diploma, enrollment verification, and at the bottom, a transcript. I also dug up an email because I keep everything. I always keep my receipt. In this email, they're basically telling us the school is shut down, where to get academic transcripts, where to go. There's different things on here about the status of your financial aid and everything.
Listen, as somebody who has a doctoral degree from Argosy University, my research focused on looking at compassion fatigue, burnout rate, and case managers who work directly with children and adolescents. If you want to, you can go on Abisco and look it up. But here's my hot take on it. The reality of it is that this is what happens when we don't hold our sisters accountable. Because oftentimes Black women, we only get one shot. So you're on this huge platform having access to all of these people and something's just not right.
Yeah, something is definitely not right. But you see how she was able to just simply show her diploma right behind her. And she even gave reference. So if people wanted to verify her credentials, they can go online and check that. Cheyenne Bryant could have easily done the same thing. Why didn't she? And I know some people are going to give pushback talking about why are we attacking this Black woman? No, what we're attacking are liars. It don't matter what race you are. Black, white, Asian, Hispanic. If you get caught out here lying, people are not messing with that. And if all this is proven, she could even get sued for fraud, especially if you out here selling books and courses under the guise that you're this psychologist and you're not. Well, you guys tell me what y'all think. Do you think Cheyenne Bryant is a real doctor, or did she get her degree the same place Dr. Dre got his? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Let me know what points you agreed with, what points did you disagree with. And if you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button. And if you got anything out of this video, hit that like button. Disagree to disagree. I'm out.